What if I told you that one Instagram post could spark international outrage, family drama, and accusations of the worst timing in celebrity history? Well, buckle up, because we're diving into the story that has the internet absolutely losing its mind. Picture this, it's July 1st. While millions around the world are quietly remembering Princess Diana on what would have been her 64th birthday, Meghan Markle hits publish on what might be the most controversial Instagram post of her post-royal career. The scene? A picture-perfect poolside moment. Sunshine streaming down, a bottle of rosé glistening in the light, 2 elegant glasses, and some artfully scattered apricots. Sounds lovely, right? But here's where it gets messy. The caption reads, "Cheers dears." And yes, she really wrote dears like she's channeling her inner British countryside vibe. She continues with "You've certainly made ours wonderful, we sold out again," followed by the kicker, a new wine drop scheduled for July 1st at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Now, let me ask you something. If you were launching a wine brand, would you specifically choose the birthday of your deceased mother-in-law, a woman who tragically died in a car accident involving a drunk driver, to promote alcohol? Here's what makes this story so jaw-dropping. This isn't just bad timing. This feels calculated. Meghan has built much of her post-royal brand around invoking Diana's memory. She's worn Diana's jewelry, referenced her in interviews, and consistently positioned herself as carrying on Diana's legacy. So the idea that she accidentally chose July 1st for a wine launch? That's a pretty hard sell. Think about it from Prince William's perspective. He's spent decades carefully preserving his mother's memory, creating meaningful tributes, and ensuring her legacy remains dignified. Meanwhile, his sister-in-law is launching rosé on Diana's birthday while hashtagging about selling out. The optics are, well, they're not great. Twitter, X, absolutely exploded. And I mean *exploded star. One user summed up the collective shock: Diana died in a drunk driving crash and Meghan drops wine on her birthday. This is the most tone-deaf stunt ever. Another asked the question we're all thinking: how does Harry sleep at night? And honestly, that's the million-dollar question. Imagine waking up every morning next to someone who thought it was appropriate to sell alcohol on the anniversary of your mother's birth. Your mother who died in an accident involving a drunk driver. The psychological impact of that has to be staggering. But the criticism didn't stop at angry tweets. People started calling for an outright boycott of the wine. Now, granted, as one sarcastic user pointed out, she probably made 5 bottles, it's a limited release of nonsense. But the sentiment is real. Others are already joking about what's next. Watch for the séance where Meghan channels Diana in a posh British accent while sipping her own rosé and reciting inspirational quotes about self-empowerment and lavender farming. The delusion levels are off the charts, folks. Let's talk about the wine itself for a second. In a market absolutely saturated with celebrity alcohol brands, everyone from Ryan Reynolds to George Clooney has gotten in on the action. What exactly is Meghan's unique selling point? Is it organic? Sulfate-free? Locally sourced? Ethically produced? Sustainably farmed? Nope. The selling point is simply the Markle name. And here's the brutal truth. That name isn't exactly aging like fine wine these days. This wine launch is just the latest in a series of PR moves that seem to consistently miss the mark. From the cheers dears fake British slang to the humble brag about selling out again, every element of this announcement screams calculated desperation. It's like watching someone play PR chess while everyone else can see the board. The moves are so transparent, so obviously strategic, that they end up backfiring spectacularly. Perhaps most telling is who isn't speaking up. Earl Spencer, Diana's own brother, the man who delivered that powerful, protective speech at Diana's funeral, has remained notably silent. This is the same person who called out the royal family and the media for their treatment of his sister. You'd think if anyone would have something to say about using Diana's birthday to sell wine, it would be him. His silence speaks volumes. Maybe he's done with the drama. Maybe he's as exhausted by the Markle circus as the rest of us seem to be. But let's circle back to Harry for a moment, because this story isn't complete without considering his position in all this. This is a man who has spoken openly about his struggles with his mother's death, who has worked tirelessly to continue her charitable work, who named his daughter after her. And now he's watching his wife use his mother's birthday as a marketing opportunity for alcohol sales. The internal conflict here has to be unbearable. The therapy bills alone. At its core, this controversy reveals something much deeper than bad timing or poor judgment. It shows us a fundamental misunderstanding of what legacy actually means. Diana's legacy wasn't about brands or products or Instagram aesthetics. It was about humanitarian work, authentic connection with people, and using privilege to help those without it. Turning her birthday into a wine-selling opportunity completely misses the point of who Diana was and what she stood for.